Well, hello guys. Let's see if we got comments here. Rampage was in here a second ago. Headhunter's in here. Alright, we're off to a hot start. 23 seconds in, we get our first viewer into the stream. You guys see ahead of you. Take a second, read the playoff bracket. Tell me who's going to make the World Series, and we'll try and figure it out. Viral Sniper, welcome as well. And Mark is turning 31 on Sunday. Well, my man, if I don't catch you Sunday, happy birthday in advance. Hope it's a good one. And got my 22nd birthday coming up a month and 9 days from now. Weird, wacky, and wonderful. Trev, welcome in. Glad you can make it in as well as we get ready for this live stream. I was going to wait the extra 15 minutes, but I thought, why would we do that? As you know, it's just no fun to wait around and do nothing. So I figured we'd get in here and get going. The lineups, well, okay, so we just lost the wild card, I believe. Hold on, let me double check the wild card score. 3-2 to the Texas Rangers, who were able to, well, pretty handily keep us off the hit column. And you know, it's a tough go. Blue Jays are winning 8-7 in the fifth. Yeah, I know it's been a wild game. They were down 6-4. I watched them take the 8-6 lead. That was pretty wild. So a 3-2 loss in the wild card game. That leaves Albert Almora Jr., who is locked in for his contract for the next foreseeable future. Garrett Aker locked in for the next little bit as well. He's going to be very upset about his contract for a long time here, but we will make him okay with it, I think. Chris Bryant locked in as well, so we've got a lot of money committed up front, but I think we are doing all right with it. Rowdy Tellez, same thing, locked in for 1.0 mil. We're gonna have to pay him a lot more. Vladdy G Daddy Jr. up to an 84 overall. He's coming in smoking, but he's on a $4 million contract because he was not developing at all, and now suddenly at 22 years old he has developed. Mitch Haniger, same thing, money committed to him. Reese McGuire, we've committed to him for 2 seasons. He's a-okay with his money, but not overly happy. I think we got to find him a full-time catcher. That's got to be priority number 1, as it seems to be every offseason. And Bo Bichette, unhappy about his contract as well, wanting $9.5 million, but I just don't justify that for Bo Bichette at all. Bench players, don't really have to worry about them, because if Tommy Wells wants to get in here, he's angry about his contract down from an 81. But he's really not that special of a hitter, if you know what I mean. Like, yes, sure, his contact's good, his speed's okay, his fielding's alright, but it's rough. Do you think Solarte should have made it to the All-Star team? The batting average. That was Solarte's biggest hindrance, was the batting averages. Holy crap, the wind's really picking up. I think the storm's rolling in, boys. But, yeah, that was... Oh, man. Gotta close my window here. Okay, well, welcome to living in southern Alberta, boys. That was wild. The wind all of a sudden just kicked up. She is roaring, absolutely roaring out there. So the bench, I mean, it is the bench after all. Can't be too overly impressed if they're not happy with their contract, not happy with their situation, what have you. We just gained a new subscriber. Thank you to whoever subscribed. As Alfonso Ojeda, of course, he's our backup catcher for the last half of the season. Luke Maley really wasn't getting it done. And we just got to quickly check. That is fully locked in. Same thing with James Paxton. Carlos Rodon locked in. Erasmo Ramirez locked in. You got Sean Reed Foley locked in for 1.2 mil for the next 2 years. The bullpen I'm not too concerned about. You can always find good guys in the bullpen. Edwin Diaz locked in at 2.3 mil. You know what I mean? It is looking good. If anyone wants to play me in MLB The Show, definitely. If you guys can find somebody to play with on the chat, do it. Rampage is here. Shea Simmons, Sam Sims, and Roberto Osuna. Tornado warning in Central Alberta. Yeah, it's going to be exciting tonight. Not in a good kind of exciting, though. That's kind of the scary part. Sim postseason. Let's get on with this. Ooh. Okay, so what was the pick? Dodgers versus Indians World Series. Well, it is an Astros defeating the Rockies World Series. Let's go double check what the Astros lineup looked like. Probably absolutely godly. How about Alex Bregman leading off, 98 overall. Look at those power stats. Wow. Tony Kemp. Bryce Harper is on the friggin' Astros. Of course they're going to win the World Series. Carlos Correa, Eric Hosmer, Matt Carpenter, Kyle Tucker, Victor Robles, and Chance Sisco. That is quite the team for the Houston Astros, and on the bench, I mean, their bench is absolutely peanuts useless, but see how many at-bats they had, really not that many, so don't worry about it. And the Rockies is the other team we have to view, see what they were made of. Colton Wong, Lamonte Wade, and you've got Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, who fully developed, Fox 87, welcome in, Charlie Blackmon, Brendan Rodgers, who has finally made it to the majors. Did you see the Blue Jays' humongous screw up last game? No, I have not watched a Blue Jays game in over a week, guys. I have no TV at the new place, so I definitely miss a lot of Blue Jays action. Ryan McMahon, Gerardo Parra, and Tony Walters, who's really developed into a star catcher for him. At least steady catcher. Wouldn't say star, but steady, I guess. And their bench is quite a masterful bench as well. So there you guys go. That is your World Series teams. Now, let's go advance to the offseason and see what we can get out of this offseason. Brooke Jacoby has decided to retire. You will need to replace him. And contracts with the manager and pitching coach have ended. You will need to re-sign these coaches or hire replacements before the end of the offseason. And things are going. What a high-scoring game, winning 8-7. Man, that game's got me scared as hell. Hate games like that. And we have 5 days to tender qualifying offers. 1 year, 19 mil to your qualified free agents in order to receive draft pick compensation. Well, Roger Lucero, who really didn't prove himself at all at any point in his career, 23 years old, 61 overall, he retires. Anyone else we need to be aware of? You see Dustin Pedroia retired due to ability, not due to age. He's 38 overall. He had a good season last year, 11 homers, 36 RBIs in 62 games. It's not bad. Will win the game tonight? No, Bray, I do not think the Blue Jays are going to win this one. That is for sure. It is going to be a tough road for them. Any guys retiring due to age? John Lester, 70 overall, still somehow managed a 9-3 record this season. Had a lot of winning seasons. Actually hasn't had a losing season since 2015, but 215 wins on the ledger. And anyone else in 2019 or 2021 we need to be worried about? Ryan Madsen retiring. Loop is ready in the bullpen. Ooh, Loop is ready in the bullpen, eh? You see, he's played on every single different team in the world for the past couple of years. 70 innings pitched, high ERA though. Had that one masterful season in 2019, 228 in 71 innings pitched. And anyone else in here, free agent market stuff we need to look at? Age, Steve Delabar. Well, thank goodness he finally retires. And Bray, not really the best way to go about that, just letting you know there. Edwin Encarnacion, 39 years old, retires having hit 448 home runs. Look at that go. Cleveland Indian for 4 years, Toronto Blue Jay for all those years from 2010, well, pretty much 2009 to 2016, having monster years, 448 home runs, a 271 batting average. You gotta say it. I'd say Edwin Encarnacion's almost a Hall of Famer if you put up more RBI numbers. But we'll see what happens here. 2,000 hits. Like, I don't know if that's the benchmark. But you see Cole Hamels as well, retired, 38 years old, having last pitched the season prior. Not really a good season for him at all, 407 ERA. So maybe good on him to retire at this point. Russell Martin, having retired at 60 overall, 39 years of age. Didn't play last season, didn't play the season before, had 12 home runs, 52 RBIs that year for us. What a beauty. And Jose Ramirez as well, having hit 2,300 career hits, 114 RBIs, and that's about all I need to show you there. And they're, oh, really? Okay. So, they think that Jose Reyes is a Hall of Famer, but Edwin Encarnacion is not. That is just plain filthy. That is terrible. But guys, do I think, or what do I think the Blue Jays record will be at the end of the year? Gotta go with a hard, like, probably 70 and 92. They're just going to fall off after the trade deadline. It's going to be ugly unless we get the young kids up here and start wrecking things up. We gained another subscriber. Shout out to whoever subscribed. You guys are rocking it. 2 of them so far in this stream. Appreciate that. Review the managing staff. We don't need to worry about that, except for we do need to get a manager in place. You see John Gibbons, A grade manager. We're keeping him. He's doing a fantastic job for us. Let's give him 5.0 for a couple of years here. Interest is pretty low, but it doesn't seem like he has many other offers on the table at this point. Exclusive free agent negotiations, player option. So Roberto Osuna has to decide on his player option at this point. We gave it to him a long time ago when he was 24 years old. Shea Simmons, we need to make an offer for, well, we can go down here. We have a little bit of room to go down. Let's go down to 4.0 and see if Shea Simmons will take a contract offered. And that gives us the chance. 70 and 92, 82 and 80. And can I be a subscriber? Shout out to Bray. You subscribed a long time ago, my man. You get a shout out every time I mention your name. Come on. So here we go. We're good. We're good there. Sim through the date. Let's see. John Gibbons has decided that he's no longer interested in the offer. That's alright. We're going to be fine. Don't need him back. And has declined the offer and become a free agent. You will need to re-sign him if you'd like him on your team in 2022. Ooh. So here we go. We need to go re-sign Roberto Osuna, who has 21 stamina. Ooh, interesting, interesting. But don't count on Osuna being back August 5th quite yet. He does have one more court case hearing before coming back, and it is early August, so things could change rapidly yet. So we'll give Osuna $9.8 million. Hopefully he regains form from a couple years ago, even though he did have quite the year. And today is the last day to tender qualifying offers. So now we go into the select 40-man roster and all that good stuff. Sorry, the comments are coming fast and fierce, and I appreciate it, guys. Do I think Osuna will ever play for the Blue Jays again? You know what? I bet you at the end of this season he does. It's just a weird situation with him, and once court case everything proves out, I'm sure he will probably return to the Blue Jays, no problem. So let's see, who do we have? Tyler Garari, we can remove him from the 40-man roster. Don't need him on there. And everybody else looks to be in proper shape. Thomas Pannone, don't need him. Do you have enough money to sign a good free agent? We should. Had a lot of money in the bank during the season, so we should be gold there. And let's see, anyone in the minor league system that we can pick up and throw on the roster. B, don't need Danny Jansen. You know what, I'm almost willing to move on from Danny Jansen at this point. He doesn't need to be on the 40-man roster. We'll outright him on waivers. And Luke Maley, why are you a 74 overall all of a sudden? Oh man, he grew. He grew up a little bit again. Having played 2 homers and 8 RBIs this past season. Good on him. Patrick Cantwell and Riley Adams, we will definitely add to the 40-man roster. Can't lose him. He is a pivotal piece of this puzzle now. Kevin Connor, Michael Stafford, Mario Salinas. Well, you know what? We got to add Kevin Connor to the 40-man roster. John Birdie, don't need him. Tim Lopes, don't need him. That's very disappointing that Jeff Link fell off his B potential again. Vladdy G. Daddy Jr., Joel Chavez. Yes, sir. Add him to the 40-man. And what do we got? We have 39 men on the 40-man roster, so we only have room for one more. We got to make sure we're careful with who it is. DJ Davis. Terrible contact, terrible all that. I'm not ready to give him a chance. Going to the Blue Jays game next Friday. Man, Viral Sniper, that is excellent, my man. I've never been. Have a blast. Enjoy it. And send me a picture on Twitter if you can. Anyone else? Orlando Medeiros. I think we are good in terms of our boys getting re-signed. We have a lot of left fielders, pardon me. And we're going to have to figure out how we're going to get rid of some of these guys. I mean, we have a logjam in AAA. We're going to have to get Andrew Gilt out of there and all that. But I think now salary arbitration is where it's at. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is at a salary arbitration potential place. Yasiel Sierra and Sean Reed Foley. So we got to make an offer to Vladdy G. Daddy Jr. He wants 10 mil. Ooh, for 5 years he wants more than 10 mil. So we'll sign him for the next 4 years to a $10 million deal. I mean, he's 23 years old. He already has 2.64 years of service. I don't know. It's going to be tough. You're going to 5 days before me in Dolynny TV. Do you think I will get a vol? I will vlog it on YouTube. I'm not sure. hopefully you get a ball if you're sitting in the right spot. I don't know where the right spots to get balls in Rogers Center is, though. That's my problem. And Tyson, will you do an Oilers franchise stream anytime soon? Headhunters, I did the stream for the free agency the other day. What I'll basically do is I'll get back to episodes with that right away. And should be good. Should be good. So let's see. Sean Reed Foley wants $3 million per season. See if we can chop him down to. Well, let's see. Let's chop him down to 1.1 mil. That should get us going. And I'm just gonna offer Yasiel arbitration. See if we can get him down to 4.3 mil. Cause what does he want right now? He wants 3 mil. Oh no. Withdraw. Oh no, I just butchered that, boys. I just butchered that one hard. Who do you think will win the cup next year? I think Toronto, my favorite team. Dark horse, the Oilers, but Toronto and Tampa Bay looking to be the best teams, I'd say, in the conferences when it comes to that. So we got to tender some contracts here. Roddy Tellez, Sam Sims, Jordan Hicks, Reese McGuire. There's a couple of guys that are available to be free agents, and we got to get these guys re-signed here. Roddy Tellez, $4.8 million for 5 years. That's a heck of a deal. Sam Sims, he just wants that. That's good. Jordan Hicks just wants that. We'll bump him up to $800K though. Roberto Castillo, we'll give him a shot. Ryan Baraki, give him a shot. And Reese McGuire, backup catcher situation for 3.5 mil. That's costly. I don't think we go find a catcher, boys. I think we stick it out with Reese McGuire. Tommy Wells wants 4.4 mil to sit on the bench. That's okay. Rico Encarnacion, 2.4 mil. Yep. Nope, that's good. Okay, these contracts make a lot more sense all of a sudden. Thomas Pannone, he's good. Ariel Urado, 1.4 mil. That's a lot of money to give up to our minor league pitchers, but we'll be good. What app do I use to edit videos? I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Pretty sick, slick editing software, I must say. Easy snap and collect, right? Adobe Suite, awesome time. Gunner Height. Sorry guys, this is where I kind of lose myself for about 2 minutes as we just try to get through re-signing all the young guys and all the farm hands and trying to get them back into the system. Ramon Santos, now that he has a taste of the majors, he's going to be hungry to get back up here. Andrew Gute, Patrick Cantwell, Justin Mace, Joel Castro, and there's just a couple guys here. PSN. You guys have seen my PSN, Bray. I'll try and add you if I can after this game. I'll try and remember, but after this game, after this stream, no promises. You know what's happening? It is 100 bajillion degrees in here, boys. Sorry, that's my bad. Let me have a sip of water and we should be good to go. Oh, that is much better, much better. Okay, so who else have we offered contracts to? Danny Jensen is on outright waivers. Okay, don't need to worry about him. Jim Copeland, of course. Tim Lopes, tried adding you on PSN a while ago. Oh man, I've got so many backed up PSN requests. I have no clue who's who at this point. It's been so long, Mark. I couldn't even tell you. That is on me. Like I said, I'm terrible for that whole side of things. I mean, back in MLB 16, I flooded myself with people on PSN, and now I get into all these group chats, and it's just a bad time. Just a really bad time. Did not anticipate that, but all of a sudden now I know what to get into, right? Michael Stafford, sign him. And we are getting down to the last nitty-gritty of the contracts here, as we have 43 million pending, and we're almost done. Fourth favorite? Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. I know I'm on a weird list. That's the thing. Did you move to a different spot? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I moved to. Where did I move to? What's that new place I moved to? Right outside of Airdrie, Crossfield. You guys can look it up on a map. It's a nice small little town. Quite love it. Love it a lot here, actually. Just need to find a job. That's about it. And there we go. So bing bang, boys. Bing bang. We are good to go. That is all the contracts offered. Free agency. Now let's see who's available here. We can get Francisco Lindor. Kenley Jansen, who's 34 years old. Don't want him. Javier Baez. He could easily solve the problem at second base, couldn't he? Couldn't he? Josh Donaldson, very old man. Corey Seager, Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa, what's it going to take to sign Carlos Correa, World Series MVP, probably, to a big contract. He had an injury season in 2020. Still managed to hit 4 bombs and over 300. But 298 average. He's 95 overall. His potential is going down. But I think Carlos Correa could be an interesting add to this team. So he's got good power, good vision, all that, but he's going down. He needs a bounce back year, right? That's what I'm saying. Corey Seager, however, is also going down, but not as bad, and he had 40 home runs, has hit a lot more consistent bombs. But do we really need a guy in the lineup like that? I don't know. Where do we put all these guys? Mitch Haniger, once he gets going, I don't know. Carlos Correa or Corey Seager, you guys are going to have to let me know, because we could also make an offer to someone like a Trevor Story. Trevor Story is not really that pressure-packed home run hitter that we could get. Yes, get Correa. Alright, we can take a look. Hold on, we need to see who else is available. Third base, who do we have at third base? We have, oh my god, I can't even remember. Just kidding. Chris Bryant, what am I doing? Correa? So you guys want me to shoot after Correa. Free agency. Carlos Correa, we'll make an offer. 31 million, we can't afford that. We're going to have to go down to, oh man, we're going to have to go down to probably about, don't want to lock us into too big of a contract here, boys. So let's go, what do we got? Maximum cash flow. Let's go 26 million on the dot for Carlos Correa. 25.9. There we go. Qualifying offer made. Let's see if we can get him into the fold with the Toronto Blue Jays. Carlos Correa. Alright, let's take a sim through date. And Carlos Correa has been withdrawn. The offer has been. Because we can no longer afford that contract. Sidney Rodniker is no longer interested in the Blue Jays thing. Okay, that's a little disappointing. What's he doing? Rowdy Tellez, everybody. Okay, there's a lot of contracts still unoffered. Sidney Rodniker, why did you reject at 22 years old? Let's go 70K for you. And let's see what this team can do. We got to re-sign Rowdy Tellez at some point, that's for sure. So let's sim through offer. Chris Davinsky signs with the Nationals. A big signing for the Nationals. 81 overall, 61 or 6.1 mil. It's 8.7 still for the Blue Jays. That's good news for us. Let's see tender contracts. Who's still available? Well, we've signed a bunch of guys, but we have a bunch of guys unsigned still. They're just really not. Did I not make these offers? Yeah, I all made them offers, so they got to sign sometime on the dotted line and get back to being a Toronto Blue Jay right soon. I like my guys. I like being homegrown talent. Cincinnati has claimed 27-year-old Danny Jansen off waivers from the Toronto Blue Jays. That's really disappointing. It didn't pan out, but he was really never going anywhere. Nomar Mazara, 91 overall, 40 home run guy, hits, well, 101 RBIs, 28.05 mil. And guys, I gotta drink some more water. I am dying here. Tender contracts still. Bunch of guys unsigned. Tommy Wells, Rowdy Tellez. Gotta try and sign someone, but I gotta sign these guys first. You know what I mean? Gotta get these guys back. It's my big concern. Fix minor league contracts, then you can sign Correa. Yeah, I think my minor league contracts are all in order there, Jamie. I don't know what you mean by fixed minor league contracts, but these guys are all being offered 80K, so that should be good. I'd say unless we have too many people in the... Ah, there you go. That's what you mean, Jeremy. I got you. All right, let's get into Class A here and release some guys that are never going to be on here. Release player, yes, we'll pay him out. Geronimo Sanchez, shouldn't have even re-signed him. Release that player. And James Fryman, Jordan Romano. And who else can we release? Any big talents here at the top that we don't really need? 26-year-old Jose Castillo. How about Tom Robson? We can release him, and there we go. We should be able to get things going. Justin Smoke should have went. Oh man, that sucks. Do you think Solarte should have made it to the All-Star game? Like I said, the batting average is the issue with Solarte. Sim through date, and Javier Baez is signed. And now what do we got for tender contracts? We've got only these 9 guys now. They just need to sign again. Just need to sign on the dotted line. 89 contracts offered. And let's see, where is my man Rowdy Tellez? Okay, so he's still in here. That's good. That's good. Right, Tellez is still in here. We are good to go. Just got to get everybody on par with these contracts before December 10th or December 2nd. We should be good. Francisco Lindor has signed, so now kind of let the free agent market go our way. But now we got to see who the catchers are. While you got Jonathan Lucroy, Roberto Perez, nobody really interesting. Don't need pitchers. So Carlos Correa still out there on the market. Let's get him down there to... Oh, where are you going, Carlos Correa? Where are you going, my man? Need to get you going somewhere quick, somewhere fast. We'll offer you 25 mil. Looks to be about the right deal. I hope. I really hope with Carlos Correa that 25 mil is the right deal. There you go. Contract offered to Carlos Correa for 25 mil. And Carlos Correa no longer being able to be afforded because it looks like tender contracts, all our other guys finally signed, need some insurance runs, winning 8-7, especially the fact that they're batting at Fenway. You know that they need insurance runs. So we are good. Offer salary arbitration. So Sean Reed Foley still hasn't accepted his offer. You know what? Arbitration's more than I offered him, so we can't exactly do that. We should be good to go, and let's see what we got in terms of roster. We've still got 89 guys signed. So let's go to free agency, and so the Dodgers want to offer from 1.8, so let's see if we can go for just a, I don't know, let's see, 4-year contract at 24.5 mil. Second on his list, but you never know what's going to happen. We can't afford him again. Of course we can't. Come on, MLB. I hate this glitch. I really hate this. And I'll offer him a contract every few days and hope it sticks. I don't know. It's a difficult system, that's for sure. So we'll go at 25.4 contract offered. And let's get into the next AC. We can't afford Carlos Correa. It just won't let us afford him for some whatever reason. Kevin, my man. All right, there's Kevin. Haven't seen Kevin in a while because I moved down away from Kevin. Kevin's very sad that I left. I know, Kev. I'm sad too, bud. But at least I'm still doing Blue Jay stuff. It's 7:57, so the store closes in 2 minutes. Is the back door locked, Kev? Come on now. Back door locked? Let me know. And Christian Yelich will sign as we... Hold on. We skipped some stuff. Very scary. Too quick. Best Blue Jays players without a contract. Okay, he's good. We all miss you. I know, Kev. I miss myself too. And let's see. Anyone we can offer a contract to. Lots of old guys. Domingo Santana. Wouldn't be a bad bench player, actually. 25 homers, 86 RBIs. Actually a really good all-around player. That could be interesting. Dubal Herrera, there's a couple of great options out there, but I think right now we're standing pat on the free agent market unless we can find some young kid to bring up into the system, but I don't think we're seeing that. See, D potentials, nothing too special. Tyson, I would send you money, but I'm not allowed using my mom's. It's 10 for me. I was wondering why you're still streaming. I forgot. It's 7 for you. Yes, it is 7 o'clock for me still, so that would be why I'm still streaming at this point. So let's get on with this salary arbitration. Okay, last day to offer. I think what we have to do is go make a trade. We need to get better at the shortstop position. It's Bo Bichette. Yes, he's doing okay. Bo Bichette is perfectly fine. 80 overall. He's peed off about his contract though, and he's growing but not growing, if you know what I mean, right? Bo Bichette could have a breakout season next year, but he's only ever had a 14 homer and 54 RBI season. Like that's his max, right? That's where he's really wrecking it up. 126 hits, lots of at bats, but never a above 250 batting average. So you guys have to right now, do we stick with Bo Bichette or do we let him go at this point and go find ourselves a new man? How's Vladdy doing? Well, how about this? A 23 home run season and then a 31 homer and a 100 RBI season. Mickey, good day. Well, good evening. This is Dolynny TV. Hope things are going well for you. 19 stolen bases for Vladdy and a 288 batting average. He was an absolute monster. And if you want to know the real number behind everybody's love The WAR, how about 4.6? That is absolutely unreal. Pedro, welcome in. Glad to see you in here, my man. Even if you're new. I don't know what I mean. So a 4.6 WAR for, yeah, 4.6 WAR for Vladdy G Daddy. That's pretty huge. And let's see here, what do we got in terms of Chris Bryant? What was his WAR? This is interesting. Let's take a look. WAR 8.0. Oh my god. That is an absolute unreal WAR. He had a 10.1 WAR the season before. 8.0. Well, look at this. Trade Bo. You guys think I should trade Bo? Man, Chris Bryant, almost a 50 homer season, 156 RBIs. It was a landslide. My chat, it's funny. Remember to add me. You're an awesome YouTuber. All right, sounds good, Bray. I'll try and remember. And so, Garrett Aker, of course, like, he's locked in. So I think we're locked into this team for the long run, except for figuring out a better shortstop. And even if we don't find a better shortstop, if we find a better pitching arm than Sean Reed Foley, like, actually, what we could do, because then we'd have Tommy Wells, who we can convert to a shortstop and let him play, because he is not a half bad shortstop when he gets playing time. I think we could do that. So here's the thing. What I need to know, not new, I subbed to you when TD Barrett shout out. You know, oh, thank you, Pedro. Okay, that makes more sense. There we go. See, I think I've seen the name before. What I'm saying here, what you do is trade Bo Bichette and put Tommy Wells at shortstop. Trade Bo Bichette and Sean Reed Foley for a brand new starting pitcher in the fifth hole. Like an Erasmo Ramirez type, and another second base. Yeah, another second base. What do you call him? Let's see. Let's figure it out. Let's see. Second base, an actual second baseman. Yeah. Or we move Logan Wormworth to shortstop where he belongs. Actually, move Logan Wormworth is probably the good idea. So let's move Logan Wormworth to thing, and let's go find a good offer for Bo. That's what we need to do. Let's get it done. Make a trade. And Bo Bichette. Sorry, I wasn't really good at explaining that one, was I? Bo Bichette and Sean Reed Foley for an MLB ready player. Let's go see. Let's go find out what we can get. We can get Luis Severino and Austin Meadows. That's an absolute rock star contract. How about that? Estevan Florial and Tyler Wade. Like, but we're trading with the Yankees. Really don't want to do it. Is it possible to put some prospects in the Bo trade to get a good shortstop? Yeah, absolutely. I was going to put Sean Reed Foley in there. And like what we could do is, because we have a big backlog of shortstops, like a Richard Urena is just not getting it done. So if we go find ourselves a shortstop, like look at that. It can't be done due to budgetary constraints. So we need to find someone on a value contract for at least one more year. That's the one thing we have to go find. So Luis Urias, that's not going to work. We need someone who's like Trevor Story type right there. We could have signed him in free agency. He's $20 million, and then he gets more and more expensive as it goes along. But they're definitely interested in the trade. You know what I mean? Like Trevor Story could be an option, and he is a beast bomber too, and he has good defense. So that's what we're looking at. Trevor Story is a potential. Anyone else? Addison Russell, J.P. Crawford, who's arbitration eligible. So he can't be dealt with because he's arbitration eligible at this point. You know what I mean? Will Donaldson be back this year? Hoping so. I heard he was resuming running activities, so he should be. Trade them three for Correa. That could be an interesting option if he is signed. But you see Francisco Lindor, another option. Switch hitter. Good contact, good vision, good everything, good speed. Francisco Lindor can't complete that due to budgetary constraints, so that's a tough one. Then you've got Jose Iglesias. They're definitely interested in that trade, but that's not what we want. Dansby Swanson neither. Orlando Arcia. Anyone of interest? Xander Bogaerts. Kansas City Royals. Now that's a trade right there. That can't be completed due to budgetary constraints. 16 home runs, 78 RBIs. Prototypical kind of meet in the middle kind of lineup guy is Xander Bogaerts, so he'd be good in that 2-hole behind Garrett Aker, and Albert Almora could play lower. Will Tulo be back this year? I doubt Tulo will be back. Honestly, I have not heard any Tulo news. So that can't be completed due to budgetary constraints. So what if, hear me out here, we go and instead of Sean Reed Foley, we get Erasmo or Carlos Rodon in there. I know he's our strong lefty, but if the Royals have someone at starting pitcher we could pick up, like a Jake Junis, right there, see, that could work. That could work, but Jake Junis only 70 stamina. I don't think I really like that. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one, boys. I don't know what we do. Do we bring Jake Junis in for a final year, see what he can do for us? Because Carlos Rodon, even at that, he's an 84 overall and he's going down. Then I don't even know where you try to look. Do you try and improve through another starting pitcher for, yeah, player not signed? Henderson Alvarez, why would we want him back, right? Try Correa before any other trade. Okay, let's see if we can find Correa in here somewhere, anywhere. Isaac Paredes, Elvis Andrews, Tim Anderson, Willie Adames. So it looks like Mr. Correa is still unsigned at this point, and he is. So we'll leave Carlos Correa alone for a little bit and see if we can get it going. Trade would be good. I think a trade for Carlos Correa would be actually the massive idea to do. Kind of swoop in there and get a big trade done. So let's go see a couple of days here and sim through to December 2nd and see what goes on. Corey Seager signs to a $26.9 million contract with the Twins. Okay, so here's a chance. We could go trade for Seager. You guys let me know. Do we trade for Seager, who has signed for 26.9 mil, or do we sign, or do we trade for Carlos Correa? All players must be signed. That's what I was getting to. And now we need to sim through date, and we will get into the player draft right here, Rule 5 draft. There we go. But first, we're getting a trade offer. Domingo Santana and Armando Rodriguez, who's a B77 overall. Look at that. Godly numbers last season in terms of growth. That is not half bad at all. But I'm not about to give up Marcus Stroman for Domingo Santana. I'm sorry. If I wanted to sign Domingo Santana, I would have signed Domingo Santana. Right? That's what I was saying. So we're not about to sign Domingo Santana. We'll decline that trade. And we'll go to the Rule 5 draft. Could you try a Machado trade? We could. Could, absolutely. Who has the better average? That's what we're going to have to find out, right? So let's see. Where are we drafting in this Rule 5 draft? I don't even see us. Oh, we're not even on there. Okay. Cool. We don't even have a Rule 5 draft pick this time around. Don't ask me how that's possible. Damn. We didn't even get a chance to draft. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe package some starters like Rondon in a separate deal. Yeah, that's a possibility there, Mason. That could be a possibility. I don't know what we'd package Rondon for. But we definitely have a lot of young and up-and-comers coming to the squad. Full 40-man. Ryan, you want to see the full 40-man? Yeah, I can show you the full 40-man. Let's go take a look. That's a nice Rule 5 graphic. Let's go show you the full 40-man roster. Starting at the top, Chris Bryant, Marcus Stroman. And I'm just going to go down and around. As you guys see, the 40-man is quite something. You watch Calio gets grounded way back when, maybe. So you see, that's the 40-man. Not a lot of like guys that shouldn't be there. It's a lot of our young guys that I believe are going to be major league players either this year or next year, and I want to protect them, kind of thing, right? We have 89 men on our roster. So now, did Carlos Correa sign? There you go. We're on to the next day. Free agency. Looks like Carlos Correa signed. Event 40-man is full, so you don't get a Rule 5 draft pick. Oh! Hey, Ryan. Good call. Good call. There you go. There you go. I don't know. I don't know the rules as well as I should. That is my bad. I'm good at franchise, but I'm not good, if you know what I mean. I can wheel and deal, but I can't get a Rule 5 draft pick. Oh my God, that's brutal. All right, I'll own that one. It's 9-7 for the Blue Jays. All right, anyways, we need to make the trade and find where Carlos Correa went. Because, I mean, Manny Machado's 30.3 mil. We can't really afford that at all, no matter who we trade away. Let's go to shortstops, and let's go find ourselves Carlos Correa. And I'm not seeing Carlos Correa right there. 25 million for Carlos Correa. We can make that work quite easily. Sean Reed Foley, he cuts the budget by quite a bit on Carlos Correa. And then here's what you do. You go grab somebody like a shortstop, Richard Urena, cut the value. And then shortstop Bo Bichette as well. Budgetary complaints still. So that's the thing. We might have to trade Sean Reed Foley, who still has quite a bit of value, and get another starting pitcher, but Carlos Rodon has to go. If the Blue Jays would have kept Edwin, Smoke wouldn't have gotten playing time and wouldn't have played great. That's a true statement right there. That's 100% true statement. So the Astros re-signed Carlos Correa. Good job on the Astros. But we kind of had our eyes on him, and we kind of wanted to get him on the team. So what can we do for a Steven Matz type player? Too much contract value. Julio Teheran, Forrest Whitley. Ooh, man, too much value here. So it doesn't look like a starting pitching combination is going to work. We're going to have to trade away a big guy in terms of something here, because Garrett Cole, even at that, too much value. Steven Matz can't be completed due to budgetary constraints. So unless we get rid of Richard Urena and go find ourselves somebody else who can play at second base, like a Tommy Wells, I guess you trade him. Except for he's an 81. I'm giving up 2 potential guys to go play for the Astros, who are the defending World Series champs, just for Carlos Correa and Steven Matz. That's a tough sell on me, but it could work out. I see how this could work out. Tommy Wells is a little bit maybe out there, I guess. You could have a Riley Adams, but you see he's not signed to enough contract. Luke Mailey, not enough contract. Anyone big value relievers can't be completed due to stuff. Yasiel Sierra, 3.1 mil isn't enough to get the contract under the cap. Trade an outfielder, Abdul Patel. Hey, that's a good call. Don't trade Bichette. See, we're trying to get Carlos Correa. That's the reason we're trading Bichette, is if we can get a big ticket shortstop, we're going to do it. It's a good deal right now, but we just need to find a guy who's going to make it work. Like Dwight Smith Jr. doesn't make enough. None of my outfielders all make enough. That's what I'm saying, right? It's a tough sell, and I'm not quite ready to give up on some of those guys. So, like, would you trade a Erasmo Ramirez and a Carlos Rodon? Erasmo, who's an 82 overall, 6.1 mil, but they feel like they should be getting more value. Tough sell, right? So, Carlos Correa trade, I think we're going to have to be missing out on that. Sorry I haven't been in your streams. Tim, no worries, man. Being busy is what life is all about. 100% agree on that. And it's now 10-7 for the Blue Jays. I like it. So we could trade Mitch Haniger. Okay, that's what you're saying. Trade Mitch Haniger, who's making 9.8 mil, and bring him in a right fielder. Or do we really need to bring in a right fielder? Because I think I was quite comfortable using Dwight Smith Jr. last season. See, he had 7 home runs, 34 RBIs, and 343 at-bats. So if we get Carlos Correa for Mitch Haniger, Carlos Rodon, and Bo Bichette, as well as Steven Matz in the trade back, then go run ourselves a guy. Yankees lost to the Indians 6-5. That's good. That's good. Yankees need to lose. So then you have all of a sudden Garrett Aker. That frees up 23 million in space. We're only bringing in an extra 10 million. That should be good. If you trade 8 potential guys, get back better starter. I know, that's right. So you got to try and figure out who you could bring in. But I mean, Garrett Cole's way too much in salary. Francis Marte's not signed to a contract, right? It's the big problem. And then you've got Julio Teheran's too much, and Forrest Whitley's too much, and this guy's too much. So it's a weird situation going on. Who do you have at second base? See, at second base, we have a really good logjam. We have Tommy Wells, but as well, at shortstop, we have Logan Warmworth, who can play second base. He played a lot of second base this season, and he ended up doing not bad. 8 home runs, 35 RBIs, 276 batting average in a rookie campaign with those kind of stats. Not bad. Not bad at all. And Bray, that's not going to happen. I can assure you that. That's on her end. So we're giving up a lot of value. We got to figure out somebody to bring back in. Do they have like a second base guy we can bring in? 11-7 for the Blue Jays. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I mean, see, with Merrifield's too much, Alex Bregman, they don't really have any value guys in the shortstop position or anywhere. Do they have any guys maybe in right field that we can bring in? You know what I mean? There's not a lot. They really have not stacked up their prospect pool, have the Houston Astros. We should have won. I'm a little salty. Well, Tim, I'm a Blue Jays fan. I'm salty all the time, it seems, nowadays. Derek Fisher. See, we could get him, but he's too much value. Catcher-wise, Chance Cisco, not signed to a contract. We're in a tough part of the year. Maybe we come back and revisit this deal in a little bit, but what I'm seeing is the Carlos Correa deal is just not going to work. Try to get Nolan Arenado. Well, Nolan Arenado, Abdul, this is the problem. This is the problem right here. He would be taking the place of my man Chris Bryant, and Chris Bryant just smashed 48 home runs and 156 RBIs. I'm not about to trade him away. Do I play Diamond Dynasty? Not well. Not well at all. Rage quit quite a bit on DD. Any in the system guys we can pick up in terms of maybe a pitching prospect or something from the Houston Astros. Eddie Sandoval, too much. See, this is the problem. We don't have the right pieces of the wheel to grease this trade the right way it needs to go. Because Carlos Rodon, all of a sudden it can't be completed due to budgetary constraints. And my man, here's the problem. Chris Bryant, and then you got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who is my full-time DH. So even with him, 31 homers, 103 RBIs, can't really afford that. Although, the other situation we could do is throw Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in right field. You guys are throwing me a lot of curveballs here, and I love it. What do you guys think? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in right field, move Mitch Haniger and somebody, not Bo Bichette, to the Rockies. This is an interesting trade. Urena is salary with Rodon for a better starter. Then trade Bichette plus for Correa. We really don't have the stuff to take on Correa's salary, though. That's the problem. We're not going to get a better pitcher for cheaper, if you know what I mean. So Mitch Haniger for Nolan Arenado. That's a big trade. 25.4 mil, but this could be a big trade, right? We could get Nolan Arenado in here, who smashed 20. Oh, no, you know what? Nope. Nope, not happening. Not happening. I don't like those numbers. Try to get Bryce Harper. Now, Bryce Harper is on the Astros as well. There's too many possibilities here, boys. Too many possibilities. Bryce Harper is making 26.5 mil, and then he'll be making 35 million in year number 7. Trade Vlad and add Bregman. Yeah, I ain't trading Vlad. He is way too special to this franchise at this point. Could try Corey, and we could. So let's go find my man Corey Seager as the wind intensifies again. Corey Seager right there, 94, 26.9 million. This can't be completed due to budgetary constraints at this point. They want to make the deal with this. So this works. Straight up Mitch Haniger. And then we have Dwight Smith Jr. below, right? That makes sense. This trade makes sense. Now the Minnesota Twins, oh, hold on, let me get my trade back. And let me see who we could add in terms of starting pitchers. Jose De Leon, not signed to a contract. Gonzalez, boys. Try Altuve. I don't think we're getting Altuve either. I think we got to go right here. Blue Jays are bringing in the loop. 11-11, 8th inning. Oh my God, how did they butcher it that badly? So you see Gonzalez, they want too much value for that. That's unfortunate. So Gonzalez, and if we trade away Sean Reed Foley, right there they're interested in the deal, and we're giving up too much value once again. So we're giving up a lot of value. Oh man, can't stop now. And who can we bring in that would be a potential guy to add to the team, if you know what I mean? Mitch Garver, not signed to a contract. Anyone young and wanting to come up to the majors this season? 26, Nick Snezzle. Get Severino. Yeah, I know Severino was a trade opportunity we had, but I'm not about to trade for Gleyber Torres, right? That's another issue. So I don't know what to think here. I don't know what to think. Anyone else we can find? Royce Lewis, 77 overall, but he's not signed to a contract. Nick Gordon is signed to a contract, but he's too much value. Right, boys? This is tough. 11-7 in the bottom of the 8th. Okay, thank goodness, Abdul. Thank goodness. You guys are scaring me here. I'd try Altuve, but I'm not sure what Altuve is going to get done, right? Let's go find him. This is going to be the last trade, or else we're going to stand pat because I'm not having much luck. Jose Altuve, where are you, my man? He's a shortstop, right? No, he's a second baseman. Jose Altuve, right there, 96 mil. Cuts that deal, but he's 29 million in cap space, right? That's another problem. Jose Altuve, yes, he crushes them good, but he's 29 million and he really is starting to fall off the wagon a bit here. Oh man, I don't know. I think we stand pat, boys. Joey Gallo's not signed, trying to grease him. G-Man Choi, don't need him. Starting pitcher, what do they have? Brent Suter. Chase Anderson can't be completed due to budgetary constraints. Chase Anderson at 34 years old, right? I think we're going to get this. Do Bichette and Wells for Correa and Matz. Yeah, see, we could. I don't know. Is that what we want to go with, guys? Correa? We're going with Correa. I think we need to go with Correa. I think that's where we're going at this point, is going with Carlos Correa for these guys here. And, of course, let's go see. Starting pitcher, Steven Matz. Can't be completed due to budgetary constraints. We'll get Carlos Rodon in there. It's a tough trade. It's a really tough trade. But I mean, when you look at it on paper, Mitch Haniger, 85 overall, only had 14 homers, 54 RBIs. Really not a good season. We're doing it. We're pulling the trigger. Goodbye, Bo. Hello, Carlos Correa. Trade offer sounds like a good deal. We accept. So now, here is your lineup. Carlos Correa in right field. That doesn't make sense. Carlos Correa to get Dwight Smith Jr. in there. And all of a sudden, that makes a lot more sense. Carlos Correa only in a platoon situation. There we go. Deal is made. And now we got to get Carlos Correa in there in right field all the time. Shortstop, Carlos Correa. And shortstop, Carlos Correa right here. So he stays at a 95 overall. He's happy to be an everyday player. I mean, Carlos Correa easily a number 2 player, right? Like, Garrett Akers got to go there and Albert Elmore's got to go there. Suddenly, Carlos Correa is moved up, right? I think that's what you do. I think that's what you do, boys, is now you have 2 95 overalls, bunch of easy 70s, and some very good 80s. I think we're a World Series contender now. And the pitching rotation, not that far off either. Steven Matz gets in there, and it's pretty much a 1-for-1 with the other man himself. I think we're good. Let's go find out. Let's go get into the rest of the off season here. I think we are good to go. We don't have any arbitration hearings. No, we do not. So let's sim the off season. You know, when Cespedes signs a deal, Reds want to offer us a trade. It's Jimmy Hergert for Jonathan Davis and Tyler Guerrero. And that is going to be Hergert, who's a 73, 28-year-old, never played in the major leagues before. We don't need to do. Brock Holt is on second. Nobody out. Oh man, that's not good. Cole, my man, I just knew I had to stream long enough for you to show up. And I did. We're at 53 minutes. It's the longest stream I've done in a long, long while, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. I haven't said that yet. I am sweating to death. But we're going to get this trade. We're going to get this off season done right here. And the Blue Jays have unfilled coaching positions. Stop simulating, yes, because we need to fill our coaching positions right here, right now. Coaches, where we got coaches, manager. We need to go find ourselves a manager. What's the score in the 9th? I don't think it's in the 9th quite yet. We need a manager who can do something. How about Reggie McGinnis? Reggie McGinnis, 3.5 million. Who else do we need? We need a hitting coach. You know what? This Taylor Kelly, he just came out of playing in the minor leagues, it looks like. He looks like a great guy. 40 years old, young kid coming in to coach for the Toronto Blue Jays. And then a pitching coach as well in... Who can we find? How about a David Leal? We'll get him in there as well and see if he can help pitch us into a World Series. Sim the off season. Accepted, and there you go. There's your new pitching and coaching staff. Streams are great. Cole, I can never thank you enough, my man. Appreciate you. as much as possible. There you go, guys. Big shout out to Cole. $6.99. You are a monster, Cole. Appreciate you. Every time this happens, I don't even know what to say. Other than you guys absolutely rock. Every time I get down on myself, you guys blow me away. You guys are rocking the shoes off me. Alright. But that's not the big story of this stream. Me saying how much. There you go. It's official. The noise has been made. We are good to go. What is the big story is now the lineup looks like this. Garrett Aker, Carlos Correa, Chris Bryant, Rowdy Tellez, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Albert Almora, Reese McGuire, Dwight Smith Jr., and then you've got Logan Warmworth. Dwight Smith Jr. up to his 76 overall. Bow down to Cole, exactly right. Cole, rocking it. Thank you so much, my man. But I can't borrow my mom's credit card. Right? That is not the ask. I don't need you guys to do that. I just appreciate that you guys would even think of me in that way. Best noise to hear, I know. I love that I have that noise enabled. So we have 3 catchers on the bench. It's going to be a battle between Riley Adams, Alfonso Ojeda, and Luke Maley. And then the rest of the team looking like this. Tommy Wells. I'm almost tempted to give Tommy Wells the time to get back in there and let Logan Warmer sit on the bench since he's not a rookie anymore. And that's exactly what we're going to do, is we're going to get Thomas Wells still works, back in there. Carlos Correa up there. And now we need to get the right fielder, Dwight Smith Jr. in there. And the last guy in is Dwight Smith Jr. right there. Logan Warmworth out for Tommy Wells, who's now up to an 83. See what I mean? It quickly changes when you start messing around with the chemistry of this team. Carlos Correa right there. Where is my man? Why is Garrett Aker over there? Ah, because I've got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. there. So there you go. There's your team as it stands. Remember to have me on PSN. I will try my best, Bray, like I said. So right there, Albert Almora, Carlos Correa, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This team stacked to the 9s with talent this year. Reese McGuire, 81, up from a 77. I think it's going to be let Albert Almora lead off, then Anchor after Chris Bryant, then let put Tellez, and after put Vladdy. See, I don't want to put Vladdy too low in the lineup, right? That's my problem. I love Rowdy Tellez hitting in the 6 hole against lefties. He's that perfect pop. And against righties, I don't know. See, Rowdy Tellez hit 31 homers and 101 RBIs. So either way, it's going to be a monster season out of these two. And actually, that's how I would put it. That's how I'm going to put it. We'll lead off going with that, and we'll see what happens. Need to sign Goins. He's my favorite player, and he isn't bad on defense. The Jays need defense. Sign him again. You know what? Honestly, they've had a lot of randos on the bench. I would not mind having Mr. Ryan Goins back. Guys, this is pretty much your team. Marcus Stroman, happy to be the ace. That's his expectation. James Paxton wants to be the ace, but he isn't. Steven Matz, Rasmo Ramirez, and Sean Reed Foley is unhappy about his contract once again. So that means Ryan Brocky, who is half decent with his contract, is going to get the time to start in 2022. You see the bullpen is full. Jordan Hicks has to get in there for Enrico Encarnacion. Roberto Castillo, Sean Reed Foley. Who else do I want to try and battle out? Rico Encarnacion would actually be an interesting battle instead of Sean Reed Foley in this minor league. Sees very good. Everything except for control. Home runs per 9 and Ks per 9 is very good. Goins was amazing with runners in scoring position. Yes, he was. And 1 out for the Blue Jays still. 11-7. Let's go, Jays, eh? Let's go. Boys are getting it done tonight in Boston. What a night for Kevin Pillar by the looks of it last I checked. Actually, 2 outs, no worries there. Okay. So we are at spring training. We aren't going to get into spring training. I'm going to keep you here a few more minutes longer because we got to go figure out this log jam in left field. You see, right field's taken care of. Got 88 players overall. But left field, we really got to figure this out. Danny Thompson, he's got great power, terrible vision, but he's almost like the next. He's like the next Joey Gallo. He's literally the next Joey Gallo. Cole, don't have to do that because I have a bad feeling the Blue Jays might actually blow this lead. Tim Meza replaced for pitching Blue Jays game. You better be kidding me. I don't like Tim Meza pitching. So DJ Davis, the man I got to get rid of, and I think that's all you got to do is get rid of DJ Davis and that should clear the logjam in right field. So let's go find ourselves a trade for DJ Davis. Pretty much, I'm just hanging out with you guys at this point because I'm loving the reaction of the Blue Jays game at this point. So let's go get a trade for DJ Davis done. See, it carries quite a good chunk of value. We could almost find a 5th starter that way. Let's go for Colm. What's MLB ready? Don't take a look at the division. You see relief pitchers, short starting pitchers, couple of guys. Nobody specially jumping out at me. Carlos Ramirez, Sean King, Nick Kingham. You see what I mean? It's Alicia Hernandez. There's a couple of things. You guys hate Loop? I don't know. I love Loop when he's used effectively. When he's not, it's a rough go. Max Pentecost turned out to be a 74 overall. All of a sudden, he's turning into something. So he had 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, a 242 batting average last season. Good on him. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much for DJ Davis, but that's not a problem because we can just trade him for a better prospect and see what we can find in terms of a prospect. Felix Ayala, but he's a left fielder. That's an issue. Let's go find ourselves somebody who we can take on who's decent overall. Oh, right there, Johnny Malaska, 64 overall, 22 years of age. I don't know. Loop, I don't want him to get grounded for spending money if the Jays blow the lead. The Jays ain't going to blow the lead. They probably will, but they probably won't. You know what I mean? What was that Rangers trade? Steven Paniuria. Paniaju. I don't even know how to pronounce that. How do you pronounce that? Somebody come up with a definition for me. Rodrigo Castaneda would be not a bad pickup. Actually, this is a really good trade right here. Ended offer. Let's go take a look at Castaneda. Maybe the Houston Astros make up for it. Nash Ways, my man, welcome in. Glad you can make it in. As you see, Rodrigo, he looks good. 47, 46. He just needs time to grow and he'll be good. And Tim, hope not. Exactly. I'm about to get Diamond Bautista for DD. Man, I've got, what, 7 wins in the event? I have sucked really bad. Going on July 5th, I'm sitting 4th row. Oh, man. So there we go. That'll be the trade for DJ Davis. That frees up a spot, and we are good to go. I think, guys, we have made our trades, and the Blue Jays look as though the Blue Jays will. This is an absolute deadly team. Not a single 70 on this team. Can you believe this? Garrett Aker, 87. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 88. Chris Bryant, 95. Carlos Correa, 97. Rowdy Tellez, 84. 84 Albert Almora, 81 Reese McGuire, 80 Dwight Smith Jr., and 83 Tommy Wells. Jose ain't so Jose. This team is absolutely unreal. Let's go to the budget and show you what we're looking in. We're still projecting cash flow, and somehow this is per week. Sort future budget, change pages, player card future budget. So the threshold is 205 mil. It's the competitive tax salary, and we are revenue sharing 218,000. Man, oh man, that is crazy. Going in August to a Jays game. Tim, I didn't get back to you on yours. You have 30 wins. Go get that Jose Bautista. And Nash, I am doing fantastic, and I'm sweating to death in my room. It is cooking because there is about to be a storm, and it is the calm before that storm. So player salaries right now, 2022, we have 164 million tied up in players' salaries. That is scary. But I think we're going to be gold as all gold can be, boys. The Toronto Blue Jays looking sharp, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Unless there's anything last second you guys can figure out, maybe we should go take a look at what the AL East is looking like. As Baltimore looks like they could actually compete this year. They actually look really good for Baltimore as comparison. Byron Buxton in Boston, Andrew Benintendi, Mike Trout, Rafael Devers. So you see somehow they can't figure that out. They can't figure out the problem with Mike Trout and how to get him in there with a full team, even though Trout have 45 homers and 111 RBIs this season. Cole, thank you. I really do hope I get there too, but I'm thinking that'll be closer to NHL 19 that I get there. Mats has played a lot. Yes, he is. Rafael Devers, Blake Swihart. So they don't really have the strongest team. I mean, same thing here in New York. The Jays won. Hey, hey, boys. Selly time. Hold on. Let's get this going. Party on in the 6th tonight. The Blue Jays win 11-7 over the Boston Red Sox. Anyways, I'll let that be. I'll tone down the music and let you guys hear yourselves again. Almost deafened you, I'm sure. As the Blue Jays have won, though. That's good news. All right, we're good. And so the Yankees look to be a pretty formidable lineup as well. The game is still on. What? The game is still on? Oh my god, guys. I don't have live updates here. Don't be messing with me. Looks pretty good, at least better than some years. Oh, NHL 19 is looking very sick. This needs a lot of... It's the top of the 9th. Oh, no. Come on. You guys can't be messing with me here. I'm going to get my own live Blue Jays thing up here. Blue Jays. I've got a Blue Jays boardroom search going on here. Blue Jays score. Update me, boys. Update me. What's going on? Blue Jays score. Roberto Osuna is the top of the 9th. Blue Jays scored 3 runs. Who has RBIs? Kevin Pillar has 4 RBIs as well as a 4-hit night. Let's go. And you know what? Dwight Smith Jr. has 3 RBIs. Good to put him in there instead of who do you name him? What's his name? Come on. Teoscar Hernandez, Tyson. Teoscar Hernandez. And the bullpen being strong as all heck. Good job, boys. I like this bullpen. Okay, you guys are just messing with me. I love it. Blue Jays are batting 11-7. All right, I can take it. And so I think we are the most competitive lineup in the league next to KC, who has a pretty competitive lineup as well. These guys aren't scary. These guys aren't scary. Definitely not the Seattle Mariners, my dudes. Not the Seattle Mariners at all. Ken Levine. He ended up having 19 homers and 59 RBIs last season. But he could be a monster. Although, it's a very weird one. Teoscar got hurt foot. Oh, but he's on the bench, isn't he? I hope Curtis got hit by a pitcher. Oh, the Blue Jays are falling like flies. Of course, now this is going to happen, isn't it? So, Ken Levine, former Blue Jay right there. Blue Jays got upgraded. Who got an upgrade? Luis Santos got downgraded. Randall Grichuk got stats changed. That's what happened. Stats changed for Luis Santos. And how are my other former Blue Jays? Let's go see. Where's the man's himself? Justin Smoke, who was the man who did all the damage and didn't allow us. Justin Smoke has moved on. Let's find out where we can find a Justin Smoke type hitter. Anyone else we need to be really aware of? Kyle Martin, like this, the Phillies, they have some guys. Who can pop the bat. Mike, what's up, my man? Not much. Hope things are good with you. I am sweating to death. I'm dying in here, actually. Justin Bohr now with the Chicago Cubs. It's going to be an interesting season. Guys, definitely take this in. Make sure you know what's going on before the start of next episode. Jose Altuve, Joey Gallo, like, do you need much more crush power? Joey Gallo, 99, 81 power versus left, hitting monster bombs, 36 home runs. Just based on that, he's hit a lot of home runs in his career. Just based in, what, since 2017. That's 5 years. He's hit 183 home runs. What's your team? My team is the Toronto Blue Jays there, Mike. So we are doing pretty good. 3 wild card appearances in, what, 4 years? This year, 5 that we just are getting into now, and hopefully we can start making some more wild card appearances, or at least playoff appearances. Miguel Sano, Trevor Story, CJ Crone. Why would you have Trevor Story hitting all the way down here? I guess when you got Paul DeYoung in the lineup, that makes sense. 38 home runs, 160 home runs since 2017 for the St. Louis Cardinals. And Miguel Sano, what's Miguel Sano doing? A whole lot of home runs as well. 52 home runs in 2018, 219. 3 players have been hit on the Blue Jays this game. No warning. I saw Brawl next hit. No doubt. And Rob, you're here. Holy crap. Guys, I've run the gamut of all you guys in here. You guys are rocking it. Oh, man. Head, I just got that, Hunters. I just got that. Anyway, Nolan Arenado, Yoenis Cespedes, Mike Rogers, Lamonte Wade, and Josh Donaldson finds a home in LA. I thought he was washed up years ago, but here he is doing things, and he's signed to a $24.9 million contract at 36 years old. That'd be. Solarte is batting well. He better do something, that man. He better do something big. And I mean, Cody Bellinger crushing it. Reese Hoskins How about 26 home runs each season for him too? All right, this team looks good. Tommy Pham suddenly back up to an 88 overall from an 84, but man, did he suck last season. 244 batting average, same as the year before, but worse stats. Oh man, there is a lot going on in this league this year. Devon Travis, former Blue Jay, hit 12 home runs, 60 RBIs. We let him go in free agency, but he did have that 284 batting average. It's Devon Travis, an absolute monster, and they've got JD Martinez. So maybe the San Francisco Giants, the team of the NL, to come out and face us in the playoffs. I don't know, maybe. But now what we need to check is I just need to check who's all had hits. You see, Garrett Akers had 317 career hits, 450 for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Chris Bryant, 1,257 career hits in 6 seasons, so he's pretty much averaged 200 hits per season in his career. That's not bad. That's actually really not bad. Never mind, he dropped it. What? He really dropped it? Did they really drop it? You are kidding me. And Carlos Correa, since 2016, 2015, is about to have 989 hits. So he's going for 1,000 hits this year. Rowdy Tellez, 233. Albert Almora Jr., 733. We have guys that can get aboard. Like, we're talking guys that get on base a lot. Dwight Smith Jr., even in his limited appearances, has 155 hits in 182 games. And Tommy Wells, how about this? 186 hits in 192 games. So Blue Jays are in good hands, my boys. I will catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate every second you've spent with me. You guys are unreal. Cole, a big shout out to you again. Bray, I will try and remember, send me that PSN one more time. And I will catch you guys, as always, in the next one. This replay will be uploaded tomorrow morning sometime. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. As always, guys, so long.